Not today. The students have blocked traffic en Saint-Germain and prevented Richard's car from reaching our apartment on the Rue des Écoles. Hot and sweaty, I arrive at the terrace of the Flore. Richard is already there, and as usual these days, he is on the phone. As he is looking up, his smile momentarily lifts travel fatigue from his features. "You're late," he says, a hand covering the phone. He hangs up, and we kiss. Then we exhale in unison from sheer relief that we are together, and in Paris. That is how it has been for the past 2 years, days stolen from a devouring job. Richard takes out his frayed wallet to pay for our citron pressé. "See?" he says. "It's still here." A faded Polaroid of the two of us in the Tuileries garden, taken in 1994, wearing matching expressions of goofy happiness. "And I still have this," he says, proudly extracting the torn corner of a phone message pad with my sister's Paris telephone number. In 1993, he tracked me down with that number. His amulette. "You are a ridiculously sentimental man," I tell him. Holding hands, we navigate between the green street cleaning machines that are already vacuuming up the debris of the street protest as we make our way to the Rue des Écoles. We have one night together. He will fly to Brussels the next day for a conference he has called on Afghanistan and Pakistan. On this balmy fall afternoon, we are not thinking about that. It always feels right to meet in the city where we began our life together. Paris is also roughly midway between Washington and the world's bleakest conflict zone, Richard's diplomatic beat. Climbing the narrow, creaky stairs to our pied-à-terre reminds us of other lives we have lived, and lives we planned still to live. In Paris, we wrap our little apartment around ourselves like a blanket and keep the world outside, barely leaving our village tucked in the shadow of the Pantheon. Tonight, we have to. I am in Paris not only to see my husband, but also to launch the French edition of my new book. My book party at the American Embassy is the next night, and it will be the first such event that Richard will not attend. On this, our only evening together, we are dining with Ambassador Charles Rivkin and his wife Susan Tolson, the hosts of my book event. Entering the Left Bank restaurant a few hours later, we smile at the sight of a giant poster of my book cover on the glass front door. Several diners acknowledge Richard's presence with discreet nods. He and I exchange looks of mutual pleasure and pride. I recall a lurking feeling that things were going too well for us last year. My new book had the best reviews I ever had, and I had been named a National Book Critics Circle finalist. Our children were leading productive lives, Lizzie working for the United Nations in Haiti, Chris writing his first book, Richard's sons, David and Anthony, grown, with beautiful children of their own. Richard had the toughest assignment of his career, but it was work he loved. I am not a prayerful person, but I recall praying in mid-2010, "Please, God, don't let anything bad happen to us." This is my superstitious Hungarian side, that you are punished if you are too happy. When my late-night fears circled, my first thought was for my children. My husband was indestructible. He would always be there to pick up the pieces. The distant war reaches out for Richard even during dinner. His phone rings, and he leaves the table to talk. His soufflé, the restaurant's specialty, is cold and flat when he returns. His phone rings again, and he answers again. This time, I scold him. "You are being rude." He glowers at me and squeezes my hand hard. "You have no idea what's going on," he answers. "There is always something going on," I protest. The ambassador notes Richard's grip and shoots his wife a look. My husband catches himself. "Try this." He offers me a forkful of his freshly remade cheese soufflé, a peace offering. I shake my head. "Oh, please, it's so good," he coaxes me. I relent, and he does not answer the next call. Walking home from the Rue de Sèvres, we stop in front of the beautiful Romanesque church of Saint-Germain-des-Prés, which anchors this neighborhood. But his phone rings again.